perhaps the most important word in the 5 words of the Barbados Economic Recovery and Transformation Plan is transformation.
Yes.
And it's probably the least understood of the 5 words. So we need to transform our budgets, our fiscal approach, and our economy. But what does that mean? Because transformation is not a everyday word. And it's about making lives better. And what does that mean? It's about, because we don't want to make lives better just for one day or 1 week or even 5 years. It's making lives permanently better. And that means really allowing people to be masters of their fate, to be able to make real choices. Development is about your ability to choose the avenue that you want to follow and not have that chosen by someone else for you or chosen by the circumstances of your birth. And so we're trying to transform our economy to put people, individuals, communities back at the center where they can aspire to things and their choices are not constrained. And that sounds like a lot of lofty talk. What does that actually mean? Because we have indeed built a plan around that. Because that means that when kids go to school, that this is a top school, not a sink school. It's a school where we have good teachers, and it's a school where they believe that through hard work and good teaching, they can be excellent around the world. Easy to say that, but we actually have ring-fenced in the BERT plan education expenditure. We have increased teachers' pay, and we've created a new category of a master teacher, who are some of the best teachers, so that they can progress their careers and livelihoods, not by moving out of teaching into administration, but by remaining a good teacher. So this is very important, that our kids leave school then confident and curious, and then they need to get a job, because at the end of the day, most learning actually takes place by doing, not in an institution. So we have a first jobs program that we were able to do within this program, which is about giving people real work experience. The experience of getting in the morning and turning up to work is more important than you can imagine. And Barbados has a particularly bad labor force participation, sort of jobs for people who are young. Our youth unemployment is extremely high. So we need to have a high skill, high wage economy. And for that to work, it's not just qualifications and learning by doing. They need to have the infrastructure that allows them, through broadband, for example, to reach out to the world, to show the world that they are there producing something, creating something of excellence. And so we need to invest in broadband. We're going to have free broadband in Bridgetown. We need to invest in our road system, in our airport and our seaports. And that money also had to be ring-fenced. So it's not just about cuts. It's about what you're spending on, being much more focused on future development and growth, and spending the money smartly and prioritizing that. And that vision of top school, first jobs, infrastructure, a government that facilitates investment and development and growth and isn't getting in the way. I live in mortal fear living in Barbados that I'm going to be bounced by some driver, fender bender, on the roundabout, because I'm going to have to wait there for the police to come through the traffic, and I'm going to miss all of my meetings with Bert and other people by this silly process we have. We need to modernize Barbados. We need to get rid of all these nuisances, and we need to have proper infrastructure. Now, we can't do any of that if people are living in fear of an imminent devaluation. Right. If our credit rating is at the lowest rate you can imagine, on par with Venezuela and Zimbabwe, who's going to invest in your country, invest in your infrastructure, invest in jobs? And so BERT was about stopping the rot, stabilizing the system, building a platform where people can have credibility in government as a partner, credibility in our currency. And from that platform, we need to empower and to enfranchise our people to be making choices that influence their own fates.